Well, it's 12:05, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I know we're going to have some people joining us here a little bit late, but for those that are here, I just want to say hello. My name's Todd Eberlin. I'm a sales engineer here at IAVI. I just want to take a moment to thank you guys for coming. Obviously, we appreciate you taking your time out of your day. Also want to take a few seconds to give you a little bit of a quote-unquote IAVI commercial. I've been with IAVI for about 10 years, actually just over 10 years. Feel pretty qualified to tell you why IAVI makes a great distribution partner. First reason, honestly, I know of a lot of these sales reps. I've known them for quite a few years, and they all care about their clients and how their clients' business is doing. And to me, that's one of the most important things. You know they're going to take the time to make sure you guys are successful. We've also taken the time to find out our clients' needs and try to develop a approach to the market based on what those needs are. It's led to our development of a dedicated team for project registrations to help get you guys a little bit extra margin. Dedicated product experts, so when you have that question on the product, you don't have to reach out to the manufacturer. You can reach out to us first. And also solutions experts such as myself to help you find the products you need. We try to make it as easy as we can. Obviously, there's always things that come up in business, but we try to help guide the way. So I know you guys didn't come here to listen to me, so I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to the VP of Marketing for ELO. That's John Neiswick. John, go ahead and take it away.
Thanks so much, everybody. Just want to change over to the ELO presentation here real quick. I want to talk to you today about a growing opportunity we're seeing really across all industries in North America, and that's the rise of interactivity with information technology. With the growth of smartphones and the launch of Windows 8, we've been seeing new and innovative markets expand around interactive touch computing. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about those opportunities in different markets. We're going to start at a very high level around the market opportunities, talk a bit about the products, and then we'll talk a little bit about the collateral and the tools available for you from IAVI as well as ELO to help ensure your success in this market. I'm going to actually turn on the webcam and try to make this a little more interactive, so you can bear with me there. As we go through this, feel free to just go ahead and ask questions real time, or I believe there's a question function on the presentation tool. So my name is John Neiswick. I'm the VP of Marketing for ELO Touch Solutions. A little bit about ELO. ELO is the inventor of touch technology, touch computing. About 40 years ago, we invented the first touch computer, touch screen, and since then we've become the market leader with over 20 million installations worldwide in over 80 countries. We have by far the broadest portfolio of touch solutions, both products as well as different touch technologies. We are highly committed to quality and reliability. The markets we serve typically have extended life requirements and extra durability requirements. So you'll see ELO Touch Solutions in retail and industrial, in healthcare, in places where people expect 24/7 operation and where the cost of service may be extremely high. We're very easy to install and easy to use. One of the things we really focus on is support of legacy applications. We understand the importance of total cost of ownership, so we don't want a store or a hospital or an office building to have to swap out equipment because they purchased a new peripheral or because they're using a legacy peripheral that they don't want to replace. We're highly focused on partners. 100% of our North American business goes through an indirect to market channel, and about 95% of our European business goes through the indirect channel. So we are committed with an extremely large sales force committed to the channel, as well as extremely large channel team with partners like IAVI. So you may have seen touchscreens starting to emerge in places you haven't seen them before historically. We're seeing more and more growth outside of the traditional ATM, retail, POS solution. We're seeing ELO solutions grow into additional applications within retail, more customer facing. Historically, we've always had touch solutions facing the store associate in order to allow fast, accurate checkout processing with very low training requirements. Now, with the growth of smartphones and as the world understands how to interact with a touch computer, we're seeing many tier 1, tier 2 retailers put touch technology facing their customers. So you may now see a touchscreen at the end cap of a display promoting a product or providing an education around the product. You may see it in the signage of shelves. You may find it as a interactive digital sign when you walk into the store to help you find products or find where a product may be. You'll see them in auto shops. You'll see the rise of mobility. You'll see touchscreens for industrial applications. It's more and more enabling improvements and efficiency through the introduction of ruggedized technology with a touch interface. Healthcare is growing, gaming is growing, banking is growing. We are seeing touch screens grow everywhere. So I want to talk a little bit about today about the different markets and what's important to them and the different products should be bringing them. ELO has a broad portfolio of touch products from 7-inch tablets up to 70-inch interactive touch displays. We make all-in-one computers, which is a touch screen with an integrated CPU and one footprint that's mountable to a countertop, a desktop, or a location, a nursing station. We make a 7-inch mobile tablet. These are built to military spec and IP54 requirements so that they're appropriately built for purpose or use in a store, on a machine floor, on a manufacturing floor, in a healthcare situation, or in any kind of rugged environment. The tablets survive a 3-meter drop test, and they're built around an extended life cycle with enhanced features. One of the products I'll be featuring today is one we refer to as interactive digital signage, or IDS. Those are these large conference room digital whiteboard type solutions. You'll see these replacing your typical digital signage and allowing a new feature of interactivity to what was typically a passive, big and bright show type business model to now pulling the customers in and forcing interaction. You may have seen these at some large airports where they're having actually like 15 by 9-foot displays that are pulling people in to play games and interact with the technology. It's really a strong way to improve the delivery of the message as well as to provide layered input so that the user can go really where they want to go with the technology. We also supply components to many touchscreen manufacturers as well as open frames for installation in wall, in kiosk, in a situation where you don't need the plastic finishing, but you just need a functional touch display. Probably the strongest foothold right now for interactive solutions is the retail store. By far a long time user of retail touchscreens for associates, we're now seeing digital dressing rooms, interactive customer signage. We're seeing virtual store associates, a lot of solutions where they're taking these big, bright, interactive displays, they're putting them in locations for customers to go up to and interface with. There's a large push for omni-channel in today's retail market, and omni-channel is really bringing all the shopping channels together into one experience. So you may go into the store and have the ability to take your online shopping cart down in store, add to it, purchase, check out there, return things to store, ship them to home. And the portals in the retail environment are going to be these interactive touch displays in all form factors. We're going to see them in large format interactive display signage. We're going to see them on 22-inch touch screens, and we're going to see them in your traditional 15-inch POS type point of service type solution. They really give the customer an easy, interactive way to guide themselves through their own services and operations, or in the shopping experience, they get to go in and find out more information, answer more questions, deepen their knowledge, and prepare themselves to buy quicker than if they would just be browsing. One big push in this space that's pretty exciting is the interactive store associate. So a customer like Home Depot may say, hey, listen, instead of putting an expert plumber in every store in North America, we'll hire 3 expert plumbers. We'll put them in Sioux Falls, North Dakota, and we'll have an interactive display with a webcam, much like we're talking today. You'd walk up to this display in the plumbing aisle, hold up whatever item might be broken in your house. I'm looking for something that looks like a plumbing item, and say, hey, this fell off my sink this morning. What should I do? And then that associate can say, let me bring up a store map. Let me show you where that product is found. You also need to buy this plumbing tape, this additional wrench, and these additional items to ensure that you can fix the product. Now, Home Depot, in deploying that type of solution, just made it my preferred do-it-yourself retailer. And that's primarily through the use of interactive touch displays as well as some web-based cameras. We're seeing the growth of interactive displays in hospitality. If you've been traveling in hotels recently, you may have seen these interactive displays that'll bring in local weather, allow you to switch over to an airplane or an airport, a timetable charter. or a wayfinder. If you're in the hotel and you want to find a local Japanese restaurant, you have the ability to select Japanese restaurants. It will show you the hotel. It will also show you a map of the area where the Japanese restaurants are located. Not only does this enhance the quality of the stay, it also provides the hotel organization a second line of revenue. They can then premiere different Japanese restaurants based on different service fees to have them prompted at higher levels. We're seeing many of the main hotel chains, the Hiltons, the Marriotts, the Starwoods, look at these type of solutions and technology. We're also seeing fast serve or quick serve restaurants deploy interactive digital signage around food calorie information. As that becomes more and more required by the U.S. government, you now have the ability to go into a McDonald's as opposed to walking up to an old, faded, tattered caloric information sheet that may be stapled to the wall. There's a nice, clean, bright digital sign promoting the McCafe or the value meal of the day. And then when you interact with it, you can bring up caloric information, or you may want to drive healthy lifestyle menus, or you may want to drive where the nearest McDonald's with a play area is. So hospitality is looking at this way to enhance the stay, to create a stronger customer proposition. All of these solutions are tied to business revenue return on investment, and we're seeing different levels of deployment based on how much feature is added, how much revenue is brought in. An emerging market that we're very excited about that I want to make sure we talked about today is digital signage, interactive digital signage in the office. So with the advent of Windows 8.1, an operating system built on the basis of touch interaction, we're now seeing corporate office applications be launched with touch in mind. So they realize now that people are expecting touch interfaces. I can't tell you the number of times that I've seen waiting for a plane or in a store and watch people walk up to non-touch displays and touch them just to see if they're actually touch displays or not. People expect to interact with technology now. And in corporate space, they're saying, how can we leverage a touch environment? And I'd say the two earliest markets that we're seeing right now is the business conference room as well as the lobby. Windows has deployed a whole bunch of solutions, as has Google, around web conferencing and interactivity. And now the days of coming in, plugging your laptop and projecting your display onto the wall have really migrated to where you're putting a touch all-in-one computer, 30, 50, 70 inch on a wall, and leading that meeting from the front of the room, interacting with that content, using touch gesturing to circle items, to highlight items, to interact with the content, having the ability to pull in real data feeds from cloud-based applications so that you're not printing out an Excel spreadsheet from the Salesforce.com report. You're logging into Salesforce.com from the interactive display and using real data. As questions drive you to different areas, you can freely go and pursue those areas. So I got a little ahead of myself here. So what we're seeing is we've all been raised in the video projector landscape. Within the last 5 years, I'd say most facilities managers have looked to LCD TVs. The cost of installation, the life of the solution is much more compelling from an ROI perspective than the video projector. We're now seeing the growth and migration of those LCD passive displays to interactive CPU-based displays like the ones we're talking about today. I'm going to pause now and see if there's any questions that anyone wants to share, or if you want to put them in the chat, I can get to them another time. But let's just take a break here and see if anybody has any questions. Okay. Moving forward, in addition to the meeting room, another place we've seen a really unique application come up is the interactive display in the corporate lobby. So many corporations are now looking to replace the traditional receptionist with large format interactive touch display. Seen here is one solution called Alice, the virtual receptionist. This would allow any visitor to the building to come in, find the person they're having a meeting with, push the button, dial that desk, and then that system can have the worker answer and say, okay, here's a map of the building. This is how you get to me. Let me unlock the door, or let me come down and meet you there. And we've also seen applications for corporate around meeting room planning, very similar to where you have a list of meeting rooms and you'd interactively schedule those meeting rooms. corporate is really in the very early stages of growth. These three solutions I've discussed with you now are probably the largest and growing, but we're seeing more and more solutions in the corporate space every day. Switching gears a little bit to talk about the ELO product. So ELO, again, builds bright, high-quality, long-lasting, rugged touch systems built for purpose. We're not the guys who are shipping them to your home for use with your kids 3 hours a day. These are the systems that are meant to be used in varying environments, from very bright, direct outdoor sunlight to dark areas, 5-year design life, built to be operated 24/7 in a very durable manner. All the screens are made out of pure glass. These products weigh in excess of 100 pounds. They have standard VESA mounting. We'll talk a little more about that. But these are truly built for purpose solutions in the market. We have a product line spanning from the 3201 up to the 7001, and that's from 32 inches up to 70 inches. We do meet ADA compliance around the offset off wall and mounting and thickness. Those systems can be sold either as strict touch displays and then run through a VGA or a DVI as a display, or you have an optional computer module that supports both i3 and i5 Intel-based processors with multiple USB connectors, the HDMI connection, network, as well as audio connections. This turns that large format display into a large format all-in-one. And that's sold separately so that you can choose different mounting and distribution strategies. If you want to use media players or CPUs or remote desktops, they're all available with our product line. A couple key points about it. These are, again, made for public use. The touch is integrated. It's not built without touch and then touch is added. There are strengthened, durable construction with a pure glass surface interface. They're business-grade components with a 3-year standard warranty. So these are really built for purpose for use in public areas by multiple people a day. We talked about the optional computer. One other benefit of the optional computer is that it does remove all the ugly cable management issues. And if you've ever been to the airport where you see a lot of these displays up there, you can see how much work goes into trying to minimize that footprint about mounting the small form factor CPU in addition to running cabling. Mounting is critical for these devices. They're quite heavy and they do require a very low offset from the wall in order to meet the U.S. American Disability Act compliance. So we actually have a custom wall mount that we provide. We also provide a standard VESA mounting option for additional mounting options for the end user. However, these ELO wall mounts will give you 8 millimeters off the wall venting, and then the overall solution overall will be, I think, less than 4 inches is the 80 requirement. All ELO products, including our interactive digital signage solutions, all come with a 3-year warranty, full warranty. We also provide a 4th and a 5th year warranty if you'd like to upsell to that to your customer or provide the services around that. Our support is worldwide, so products bought in Canada are supported in the U.S., products bought in EMEA are supported in North America, all supported by the same support contract and support terms. We do have a worldwide support organization that can do field support if needed, as well as field installation. ELO touchscreens are both covered, so the benefit of buying the computer module for no additional cost, you actually get an extended warranty on the integrated CPU. So it's kind of a really nice option to buy the all-in-one and then get the standard 5-year warranty for that. Any questions before I jump into, oh, there's no questions. I'm sorry, I just got a message that everyone's muted. So please stand by at the end and we'll answer all your questions. A little bit about ELO's commitment to partners and our go-to-market strategy. ELO is the designer of the product. We take a lot of work. We talk to a lot of end-user customers to design the best products built for purpose. We do have an ELO sales team, which really works to create demand within the market. We have 12 North American sales professionals, 4 of which manage different partners, and the remaining 8 are actually territory-based to drive Tier 1 customer engagements. All of those sales reps engage with local value-added resellers or national value-added resellers to drive that business. So we supply all of our product to distribution, and then we provide from distribution, we provide our solution to you, the value-added resellers, through that two-tier channel strategy. And we look to you to help engage with us for the Fortune 1000 customers today. So you can either come in through IAVI and have them help you with that deal. They'll have resources available to help them help you, or you can partner with the local ELO team and then come back through AVI for fulfillment. We're open to engage on both. We're really here for your success. We do have an ELO Elite Partner Program. I'd encourage you to look into it. It's a no-cost program. It really provides you a discount and advantage over some of the larger direct manufacturer competitions that are out there. We would look for you to add additional value around this product and this solution. We look for you to become experts and get trained in this and be comfortable selling it and really bringing us opportunities as we bring you opportunities. That's really what ELO Elite Program is about. For further questions on that, you can contact me, or of course you can reach out to your IAVI rep, or John Diddig is the actual channel rep who is supporting IAVI. He'll be on the call and available for questions at the end of the presentation. We're really focusing our efforts around impact and solution selling. So unlike a lot of people who may bring a product to market to serve a known market need, we're trying to get ahead of the market needs so you can come in and add value to those corporations, those retailers in your areas, to say, here's some really creative solutions that you may not be thinking of that you should be thinking of. And here's some services we can provide around that, and here's what we can really wrap all of our solutions around in order to make it a compelling value proposition for you end user. We don't provide any proprietary software. Many of our solutions all of our solutions run on standard Windows operating system. We do have some VARs who provide proprietary software on our standard, but as an organization, all of our drivers, all of our interfaces, all of our AVIs are completely open. And so we are a non-proprietary software player that's available to you. And really, because of our tested reputation around performance and reliability, ELO has an extremely high brand equity value. It's a real safe bet for you to recommend the solution with the pedigree and the history that it brings to the market through you and IAVI. So building your IDS solution is quite simple. Really looking for which collaboration you're really playing in. Are you going into retail? Are you going into hospitality? Are you going into the corporate space? What's the right size of the product is probably the first question you want to ask yourself. I actually have 55 to 70, but you can start at 32 and go up to 70 based on the size of the store or the size of the conference room or the size of the quick serve restaurant. Whether you want to include a processor, you choose between an i3 or an i5 based on the software stack you're going to be running. The 3-year warranty comes standard. There's an opportunity for you to provide local support if you'd like as a value add to you, or you can use ELO as an umbrella warranty value add nationwide. Additional value adds I'll talk about more. There's webcams, there's speakers, there's installation services, there's integration, there's remotes, so I'll spend a little more time on that. And then you can choose to add either the ELO installation services, or you can choose to add your own. Just going back a little bit here, we have options we've seen many partners be successful with when deploying these solutions as value adds. Our remote technology, proximity logins, speaker bar integration, integration to the building to wake up, installation services, and any kind of webcam conferencing tools are often very popular value add services for our value add resellers to provide. We do have a lot of partner sales collateral for you. You can find data sheets as well as benefits presentations to take, and presentation like this can be distributed out to you for you to take and have this conversation with your end users. We have white papers and installation guidelines to talk about some of the key talking points that many customers have. Pictured here is a battle card. So this would be a card you could hand out to a telesales activity or all your sales team for a one-page quick reference on what's the opportunity, what are the key questions you have to ask, what are the key differentiators that the product has, and where are the benefits for the end user around that, as well as brochures specific to IDS and brochures for specific markets such as retail, hospitality, or corporate. I think that's it I have today. So I'm available for questions. While we're doing questions, I do want to put up my contact information. Just real quick, if you guys need to get a hold of me, I'm giving you my phone number. Feel free to give me a call, my email, or if you just want to keep in tune to these types of presentations or other presentations that ELO may be giving you around interactivity, feel free to join the conversation by joining me on my Twitter feed at Retail Touch IT. I think that's it, Heather. If we want to open up for questions, that would be great.
All attendees are muted and may unmute themselves by pressing *6.
Oh, I heard somebody.
Hey, John, it's Barry in Orlando. How you doing?
I'm good, Barry. How are you today?
Great, great. Listen, I've been mainly focused on the consumer market, but this product looks phenomenal. Who would I speak to move forward on getting some collateral and maybe some training for us here in Orlando?
I guess you have two options. Your local sales rep is a gentleman out of Atlanta by the name of Steve Cushing, and his email is steven.cushing, Cushing, at elotouch.com. If you didn't get that, you can email me, and I'll be glad to send you his contact information. Or you can engage with your IAVI rep, and then they can engage with John Dittig, who's on the call today, and we can get you whatever information you need. If it's just sales collateral, feel free to reach out directly to me, and I'd be glad to send you what I have.
Yeah, I think it's that, and plus a little more training of how to approach, the commercial market in this product while I'm out in the field.
Absolutely. Well, it's an exciting product, and I think this is one of these unique opportunities when we're actually ahead of the market. So we can be walking into customers saying, you may not have thought about this, but here's something you should be thinking about.
Yeah, that's great. You said it was Steven, S-T-E-V-E-N?
I'm sorry, S-T-E-P-H-E-N.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Yeah. Oops, sorry.
Hey, John, it's John Dittig. Can you mention the best way for the resellers on this call that want to find out more about ELO and sign up for ELO Elite in the process of going to our website and finding the ELO Elite information? Because I think that would really be beneficial for a lot of the resellers on this call to be a part of that program.
I think you just did. So great point, John. If you're interested in becoming an ELO Elite reseller VAR with all of the benefits of that, what you can do is go to www.elotouch.com. There's a tab under Partners, and then there is the ELO Elite Partner Program. You can also reach out to your IAVI sales team and have them help you enable that process. It does entitle you to some discounting, some deal registration, as well as a continual invitation to the monthly ELO webinar series, educating you on new market opportunities around touch interactivity.
Thank you, John.
Any other questions today?
Hey, John, it's Todd once again.
Hey.
Just wanted to go over, it's actually not a question, more of a comment. One of the products we carry is the Bright Sign product. My understanding is that it does work with the ELO touchscreens. That's correct?
Yeah, actually, we've had a lot of activity around Bright Sign in the last month. Pretty exciting. We actually partnered with them at InfoComm to present a Bright Sign ELO solution. We've also seen probably 3 or 4 customer engagements that are deploying the Bright Sign software on the ELO product. So if you have an opportunity around ELO and Bright Sign, please reach out to me, John Dittig, or your local AVI sales rep, or your local ELO rep.
Yeah, reach out to myself, actually, if you guys like to. I do have a good background with the Bright Sign product. It's a very nice product for those that don't have the ability to program their own touch content. It kind of creates touch content for you, or can help create that for you. For more information on that, I've got some links that would be helpful for those that are looking to pair the two. I've also created some bundles for those looking to bundle an ELO touchscreen along with the BrightSign player. So feel free to reach out to me. My email address for those of you that don't have it is Todd H, that's TODDH, at IAVI.com.
So let me open up the question a little bit wider. We're definitely going to end early today, but have you guys seen other opportunities in which you feel the ELO products could have been compelling, or just kind of opportunities around the growth of touch across the IT industry today?
John, what about the hotel industry? Being here in Orlando, of course, we get a lot of visitors. I think that might be a market that probably I could spend weeks and weeks on and never get close to touching the base,
Yeah, so we actually have a great installed base relationship with many of the Orlando hospitality institutions, many of the parks. The parks are really embracing interactivity. The challenge is you really have to look at interactive solutions as either indoor or outdoor. The level of heat and brightness that Orlando experiences makes it typically a environmental enclosure kind of situation for outdoor, where they have to both cool off the system on extremely hot days, as well as may provide some shading if it is a direct light contrast issue. I don't want to get too deep dive into technology, but those are the issues we run into. However, the hotels, with the a really exciting opportunity I worked on a few months ago, is if you recall, when I used to travel with my kids, you used to go to this giant kind of wall of pamphlets that had all the local attractions, for the Mammoth Caves to the local water park. That type of pamphlet-based advertising is quickly being replaced by a large format interactive display that may show short video clips of the local water park, and then you just touch the screen and up comes the water park information, and then a coupon for that information. And a lot of wins around this. One is you eliminate all the waste involved in printing and brochures, which is very expensive. Secondly, the content can be updated instantaneously. In addition, you have some metrics around which amusement activities are popular, which one people are looking at, how long they're looking at it, what questions are they looking at. The whole analytic side that interactivity opens up is really the true value to both the hotelier as well as the amusement provider. I mean, they can really come back after a few months of operation and say, you've gotten 6 clicks in 6 months, where this other guy's gotten 600. People are really interested in whatever that other guy's doing. So huge opportunity. If you're interested in that, I can try to look at my call notes and see who was doing that and what's available there to promote that kind of bundled entertainment brochure, large format interactive display solution. Any other questions or just kind of issues around selling large format interactive displays? We talked a little bit about installation. These displays are quite heavy. It's a two-man job. Don't know if that's an opportunity for you to add value, or whether you're looking to ELO to provide that solution. What other types of education you guys might need in this market? Any questions like that, I'm completely open to those.
John, can you go into what sort of software partners you utilize for something like a whiteboard solution? I don't know that I heard that earlier, and I apologize.
No,
I was away from the phone.
I'll be glad to. So we actually partnered with a large tier 1 whiteboard company. What we found is nobody's really buying the proprietary whiteboard stuff. What they're doing is they're using the tools available on Microsoft Lync, Google Groups, and Skype. And so although we still have that legacy software package tested and verified, what we now do is just recommend you go get Skype or Google or Lync, which you may already have. And those usually come with a whiteboarding tool.
That's an excellent point. I do have, I found that some of my integrators are now moving to, for all of those, everybody's familiar with the standard conference room that everybody has. What I've seen now is a push towards kind of the conference room to be pushed into the office. For those, excuse me, you have these executives, instead of having just a standard computer screen, they'll have a touch screen up on their wall that they'll use a display most of the time, maybe just to watch TV, and then they'll also be able to switch that to an interactive display, as long as it's obviously installed as an interactive display, and then have a meeting right there in their office. Sometimes they've integrated a web camera or a Logitech camera to do video conferencing utilizing Skype, and that's a great use of an ELO display, and it's something that I've seen move to quite often now, and you're going to, I think, see more and more of that as time goes on. Well, it sounds like people are kind of, I guess, if you guys have further questions, obviously John's got his information right there up on the screen. My information is available if you call IAVI's toll-free number. You can just ask for Todd. Our toll-free number is 888-999-6564. I can answer pretty much any question. Any question I can't answer, obviously I've got a ton of resources there at ELO to help out.
Outstanding. Again, please feel free to follow this on Twitter. I do a lot of these presentations. All that's posted up to the Twitter feed, or reach out to me directly if you're more interested in specific questions. Thanks for your time today. Have a great day.
Thanks, John.